Okay, hello and good morning. Let's talk about today's bell work. Today's Wednesday. All right, number one, I want you to write the chart. So the chart is going to be two pluses will be two pluses. A negative and a positive will be two negatives. Either one of these cases you're going to add to get the middle term. Anything else is going to be a plus and a minus. So if it's a plus and a minus, or a minus and a minus, it will be a plus and a minus. And you have to subtract to get the middle term. I want you to have this chart on your worksheet today. I want you to memorize it. Okay? I usually memorize the first two, and then after that it's just a plus and a minus, subtract. All right, let's go on. This one right here says the factor. They're both pluses. So according to the chart, my answer is going to be two pluses, and I'm going to be adding. So I take the 12, and I want to see this work. 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. I'm looking for something that's going to add to give me 8. There it is. So it's going to be x plus 2, x plus 6. I want you to check the outer and the inner. That's 6x and 2x makes 8x. And that's the middle term. We're done. Real simple. This one right here, a minus and a minus is going to be a plus and a minus. So 1 will be a plus and 1 will be a minus. So we got to subtract to get 3. So take 28. 1 times 28, 2 times 14, I don't think 3 works, 4 times 7, that's my answer. You see the 4, 7 minus 4 is 3. So put the 4, the 7. Now, the middle term is a negative in this case. So in this case, the negative has to go with the big one. If the middle term was a positive, then the positive would go with the big one. The middle term dictates the sign of the bigger number. Okay, write that down. The middle term, the sign goes with the bigger number. There it is. All right, today's worksheet is just some more trinomials before we get to the really harder trinomials. Remember, you're going to have a test on factoring. It will probably be next week sometime. All right, if you didn't learn factoring before, make sure you're learning it now. There's the worksheet, but it will be on Canvas. Let's talk about geometry. Okay, it says complete the square. Remember, to complete the square, you do half of the middle term. So half of 16 is going to be 8, and then 8 squared is 8 times 8 is 64. And there it is. Now, it's going to be a perfect square trinomial. Since this is a minus, it's going to be x minus 8. 8 times 8 is 64. And there it is. This one right here is a little harder, so let me use an ink pen. You want to organize your work. Okay, so here on the ELC next month, which is coming up kind of quickly, today's the 21st. So all your x's go here, your y's go here, and your numbers go there. So here's an x, and here's an x. So put x squared minus 2x, and then some number. We're going to complete the square. There's my y's. So I'm going to do y squared plus 28y, and then some number is equal to, I'm going to move that 81 to the other side, and it's going to change to a negative 181. Okay? There we are. So we just do half and square. So watch. Half of 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. So you're going to add 1 to both sides. Half of 28 is 14, and 14 squared, I think, is 196. Check it on your calculator to make sure. Okay? There it is. So this becomes a perfect square. So that's going to be something squared plus something squared is equal to whatever that is. And I think we said that was 16. So put a 16 here. Okay? This one is going to be, since it's a minus right here, you got to put x minus 1. This is a plus, so it's going to be x plus 14. Now the center of the circle, and that's what you really need to know, is the opposite. So it's opposite, opposite, Square root of 16 is 4. That's it. And that's what you need to know to do well on the EOC on this part. All right, let's go on. Some mental math. Let's try this. Well, these are the same. So that's going to be a negative 12. 0, just scratch it out. It's a negative 3. Okay? All right, on a new sheet of paper, work these 4 problems. Now, if you can't work it, then you need to learn today. All right, well, let's take a look. Number 1, draw your line, circle the x. You want to get rid of the 4 and the 2. Now, write this down. The number with the variable is last. So here you want to do the opposite of a plus 2. So you want to do a minus 2 on both sides. So that gives you 4 is equal to x divided by 4. These cancel. You're going to multiply by 4 because that's the opposite of dividing. So you're going to get 16 is equal to x, and you're done. And there it is. And that's what you should have. If you have it, put a check. If you don't, make sure you ask questions and make sure you understand it and memorize it. All right, the next one. Draw a line. If you didn't learn this with your algebra teacher, that's okay. All of this is divided by 6. So the first thing you want to do is multiply by 6. And that gets rid of that. Okay? So 6 times a negative 1 is a negative 6. A positive times a negative is 1 negative. Anyway, you want to subtract 5 from both sides and get negative 11. And we're done. Finished. Let's go on to number 3. Draw a line. Circle the x. There's the number with the variable, so that's last. So you want to add 7. So you get 9x is equal to 0, and then you want to divide by 9 and get 0. X is equal to 0. Try it on your calculator. Watch. 0 divided by 9 is 0. All right, last one, you have to distribute. Draw your arrows. So that's 2x plus 10, 2 times 5. Draw a line, circle your x. You want to subtract 10 from both sides, so you get 2x equals. That is going to be a negative 12. Make sure you know your sign numbers. This is times, so the opposite of times is, of course, division. And you're done. And that's what we're doing today. So today, if you didn't learn how to solve two-step equations, here they are. And the answers are here as well. Okay? Remember, if you practice, 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 you can be the best. Just like anything. All right, have a good day. Have a better morning. And I'll see you later.